Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the final ranking episode. This has been a long-running series on my channel. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it so far, but like all good things, this too must come to an end. Um, it's been a crazy journey. Uh, I am so happy that, people have been enjoying this series. I've gained a fair few subscribers. I'm up to I want to say 16 or 17 at the time of recording. Um, and I'm so very thankful that everyone has just been watching and that I get to do something that I really enjoy doing. Um, it does mean a lot to me. Uh, so let's continue on and finish up this list here. We are all the way up to the strongly like category. So the creme de la creme, the best of the best, which are my favorite teams in college football. And we're going to start off at number 14 with New Mexico State. Mexico State is a team that I like a lot. I have family in Las Cruces. That's where New Mexico State's located. I have a connection to New Mexico State. That being said, they lost a lot of pieces that I really liked. Diego Pavia transferred over to Vanderbilt. Jerry Kill really transformed that program last season. He's gone. He's an assistant coach over at Vanderbilt as well. So it's going to be a new regime. I'm not too trusting of the new regime just yet. They might not be as good, but still a lot of love in my heart for New Mexico State. And then at number 13, we are going to run with the East Carolina Pirates. So ECU is a team that I've grown to appreciate a lot more over the past couple years. First ever dynasty that I played in NCAA Football 14. By the way, the new game is out. It's fantastic. I'm working on doing some content with that new game for you guys. It is going to take a little bit of time, though, because your boy is still working on his editing prowess. It's not great right now, but again, improvements, improvements. We're working towards making things just that little bit better. Um, but ECU, great uniforms. I love the pirate logo that they have. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium is just a great name for a stadium. No notes on that. But yeah, ECU coming in at number 13. Ooh, okay. Now is where we get to some of the tough cuts. I think it has to be that way. UMass is going at 12. I'm a Mass boy, um, through and through. That is the school that really best represents Massachusetts football. I know Boston College exists, but again, we went over in the last part. Uh, Grew up more of a Boston University fan. So in terms of Mass schools that I'll root for, UMass is higher up. I know I have a bunch of friends who go to UMass. Half my graduating class went to UMass. Um, that being said, they're not great. Uh, Quarterback came back Shout out Thai Sun Puma John. But I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be all that good. That's not a surprising take. It's UMass football. Um, but either way, number 12, I think that's pretty fair for them. Um, right outside of the top 10. Oh, this is a tough cut here. I think I'm gonna have to go with Boise State. Again, actually, you know what? Boise's gonna be 10. Michigan State is gonna be 11. Michigan State is a team that's gone through a lot of change over the past couple of years. They brought in Jonathan Smith, who I liked over at Oregon State. Uh, brought over Aiden Childs, who should be a good option for them. Uh, they're a team in transition. There's not as many pieces that I really am looking forward to on the Michigan State roster, with the exception of what they brought over from Oregon State. So because of that, that's why they're right outside of the top 10. As for Boise State, if there's a couple group of five teams that I'm very excited about next year, Boise State is absolutely one of them. First things first, you can never go wrong with the blue turf on Albertson Field. You can't do it. Um, but they brought over Malachi Nelson from USC, Ashton Genty still in the backfield. They have a former five-star wide receiver who came in through the JUCO ranks. They look like a very, very good team and a really easy team to root for. Um, the former BCS Busters, it would just be fitting if they made the first ever 12-team playoff. Um, so Boise State in at number 10. At number 9 for me will be the Toledo Rockets. Now, Toledo has my heart, or at least my brother. He said that Toledo has his heart, and it really, it means a lot to me. They have great uniforms. The Glass Bowl's a great venue in the MAC. Uh, as for teams in the MAC, that is the team that I root for. Central Michigan just behind them, but in terms of group of five teams, Boise State, Toledo, and some of these other like small, not smaller programs, but they hold their own in terms of like producing quality coaches, quality talent. Uh, Toledo just had a first round pick last year, Quinyon Mitchell. Um, DeQuan Finn, he transferred out from Toledo. He's now playing at Baylor. They've produced, a bunch of really great head coaches. Nick Saban coached at Toledo. You've had uh, Matt Campbell, who's currently over at Iowa State, who formerly coached the Toledo Rockets. It's just a good quality program. Um, Number 8. I cannot justify keeping them here any longer. The Iowa Hawkeyes. They are a fun program. They are. They're a fun program, but man, they just they are so tough to watch on offense. It's very painful. Um, it's like it's a completely different sport. So, for that reason alone, I can't put them higher than 8. Um, Number 7. Number seven, we are going to put down mm, Virginia Cavaliers. UVA is a school that it's not a football school. And I think that's clear to see based on their performances on the field for the past couple years. They're not a football school. But um they're my mom's alma mater. And whenever I see a Virginia game, more often than not, I'm rooting for them. So for that reason, they will go at number seven. Number six will be the USC Trojans. There's not a lot of really high profile programs in my top echelon. USC is one of them. I actually, you know what? I think I'm going to swap these two. Because I was going to say, thinking about it more, I like Lincoln Riley more as a head coach than I like Brian Kelly. LSU lost a bunch of pieces that I liked from last season's team, but then again, so did USC. USC has Zachariah Branch, very electrifying wide receiver and return man. Both of these teams are teams that I would root for against almost any other team. And they just so happen to be playing each other week one in a very high profile marquee matchup. I'm excited for it. I don't like this ranking is the only thing that will tell me who to root for in that game. I like both teams a lot. Um, Now number four will be Appalachian State. They have fantastic uniforms, a good path to the college football playoffs as well through the Sun Belt. I mean, they're tough Sun Belt teams, but they have a pretty good shot there. Seeing Joey Aguilar back, that's certainly something to watch out for. Uh, they lost some pieces in the portal, but I mean, if you're looking for, upset alerts, why look further than the most famous upset in college football? The uh, the App State Michigan upset. It's wonderful. So Appalachian State in at number four, storied upset program, and a lot to look forward to. Number three is going to be the Oregon State Beavers. Now, Oreg State, as I called them, they lost a lot of pieces. They got shredded by the transfer portal. They lost most of their conference. They lost their coach. It was a rough offseason for Oregon State. That does not mean that I don't like Oregon State. I like Oregon State a lot. And I root for Oregon State a lot as well. I think the Beavers are a very unique mascot. I love their color scheme of black and orange. Um, they have that upset potential uh, over teams like Oregon. Uh, but they're playing with basically a Mountain West schedule, so they're seen a little bit more positively than they were before. Um, Number two will be okay, State, Oklahoma State. Now the Cowboys had a good season last year. Ollie Gordon, as a running back, fantastic. Uh, Actually, Oklahoma State typically has pretty good running backs. You go back to, obviously Barry Sanders, but you have, even like Chuba Hubbard a couple years ago. uh, very good running back for Oklahoma State. They're a team that's pretty easy to root for. The only thing that is keeping Oklahoma State from being higher on this list, other than the fact that like the other team on this list is my favorite team and has been my favorite team for over a decade, is I'm not exactly sold on Alan Bowman, that quarterback. I feel like there's got to be a better option there. There's no way that he's the best option that you have. Uh, get Garrett Rangel some playing time. Recruit a guy out of high school, something, please. I can't deal with Alan Bowman throwing pick after pick, um, just because he's not amazing. And then finally, was it any surprise from the start? MIZZOU. Let's go, Mizzou Tigers. Um, they are my favorite team in all of college football. Again, I've been a fan of Missouri for over 10 years now. Became a fan in 2013. That was when I really started getting into college football. I like the SEC. It's my favorite conference. I like their color scheme. I like Tigers as a mascot. Um, and I had to sort of pick and choose which team I wanted to root for, and I chose one that was going to get some national attention. Wasn't amazing, but wasn't terrible. And my uncle just so happened to be stationed in Missouri at the time, so there we go. But yeah, that is the list. If you like this video, that would be amazing. It would really help out the channel. Uh, Tell your friends, subscribe if you have not. Actually, my analytics are pretty good about people who watch my videos tend to be subscribed to my channel. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.